It's cold and rainy, but we have a kiln opening today, so we're going to record anyway. There's a little bit of like repetition going on. I have some mugs that are painted with cardinals and then some leaf dishes as well that are going to be kind of repetitive, but we're going to open it up and see how they did. So these are the leaf dishes. I just used a cookie cutter and then carved them out to give them some texture. I just used Amico Snow and some stroking coat right here called Irish Luck. And then the pink is Enchanted Sunset from Coyote. I've used other pinks in the past to give them a little bit more, like Raspberry Mist would have been cool to like put in there as a little bit of variation, but I didn't have any of that this time. So I've just done a nice light pink, which is kind of what you see in nature anyway. Just nice light colors. Fun. So I did these kind of fun monstera shapes as well as these longer alocasia leaves. Kind of a fun set. I only did these ones in green and white just to save a little time. And I don't feel like you see pink on these kind of more round leaves as much as you do on the long skinny ones, but there's just a bunch of these. These were ones that sold quite quickly last year, so I just wanted to make a couple stacks of them to put out at this coming show. And I believe this clay is Standards Hazelnut. I believe it's the number is 211. But that's that whole first row, and we'll go down to the next. All right, next we have a shelf of these cardinals that I painted. Oh, they turned out so good. I was really nervous because a lot of times when you do reds and pinks and purples even in underglaze and take them up to a higher cone, like I fire 2 cone six, a lot of times the colors will burn out or change a lot. And in this case, they really didn't. So I did a juvenile cardinal and a male cardinal. And these are from my mail subscription art that I've been sending out since February. And they just kind of match what I did for those. Even the blue color is very similar to the art that I did for that month. And I can put it up on the screen as well. I was planning on putting some specks in this. This is just Norse Blue by Mako. And I was hoping to try, there's this process called sintering where you can take a glaze and biscuit essentially and then break it up into really small chunks and kind of use that as speckles. And so I was planning on doing that for these, but then I forgot to put it in the kiln. So unfortunately, a couple of them have like melted on top of the picture. And that may have been because I put clear gloss on top of here, and so it kind of just like ran together. But I don't know, I still kind of like it. I'll probably do those ones at a little bit of a discount. Oh, like actually that one looks kind of cool because it's on both. And it just kind of like melts it all together. So I just did a stack of these. Oh, that one turned out really good. I really like this juvenile cardinal in that one. I have these old antique bird books that have really cool illustrations in there, so I kind of took the inspiration from that. So those are really fun. And then I did a couple of antique style duck mugs that I wanted to try out some different combinations for. Ooh, that's interesting. So I did lustrous jade. No, it was toasted sage. I did toasted sage on that one with some kind of green, and it turned like purpley. I'll try to remember what I did for this combination and put it up on the screen, but I wanted it to be kind of like vintage feeling, and I think it's pretty vintagey. This is just Albany Slip Brown. That one's pretty perfect, matching kind of this orangey toned brown mug. Like, that came straight out of my brain exactly the way I wanted it to happen. That doesn't happen to me very often, so that's kind of exciting. And this one is a fun surprise. So, all right, that's all for this shelf. Let's go down to the next. I knocked one of these things out with my jacket. Luckily, I think I have some extras somewhere, but okay, this was the shelf I was most nervous about because I made some tomato jars, and I wasn't sure how I wanted to glaze them, and I was afraid that they wouldn't come out looking like tomatoes, that they would come out looking like pumpkins, but from here they look great. I'm going to save them for last. We just have a few more of these vintagey duck mugs. Again, those were the same combinations as the last one. And then there's one more color. So this is that lustrous jade again, or what? No, toasted sage. I have lustrous jade and toasted sage, and I don't use them very often, so I wanted to use them on this. And I definitely put a different green on top of that, and it actually is lovely. Like, I haven't used the toasted sage because it just turns out kind of like grayish green, a weird color. So I literally have had that for like, that was one of the first glazes I ever bought. So it's kind of nice to be able to use it. I'm trying to think. I'll think of it. I'll go back down and look. I think I still have them out, but those turned out cute. And then I just have two more of the Cardinal mugs. Same thing. And these ones didn't bleed at all, so that's nice to actually have a couple that are perfectly perfect. Okay, I'm running out of space. I'm going to set these on the ground and grab the tomatoes. So I did an underglaze on one, a stroke and coat on one, and then regular glaze on one, and then like a combination of all of them. So this one I think is the underglaze. And I think it looks like a tomato. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I think it looks like a tomato. I'll probably have to use a little something to like get the lid off. I did wax resist it, but I mean, turned out pretty tomato-like. All right, the next one, let's see. I bet you this one's a stroke and coat. It's kind of plain. They all kind of melded together, which is not, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Let's see if I can, nope, I'll have to tap this lid off as well. I did use speckled clay, which I didn't realize when I first started throwing it, but I think it gives it even more of a like vintagey feel, which is cool. All right, this one is kind of the combination one. It's kind of meh. It's not very solid, like the color is not very solid. Hopefully these are not all glazed together. I would probably cry, but cute. There will be a whole video on how I make these as well, so you can see exactly what glazes I put on them. This one is cool. I was afraid, so I used a really iron heavy red. I think it was called Mars Iron Red or something like that. And I was afraid it was going to get really brown, but I think it looks pretty good. I'll put them all next to each other and get a good shot of them, and you guys can tell me which one looks the best. I wanted to do a couple different ones so that in the future when I make more, I know how to best glaze them. But that's it. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week.